Hey there, everyone. Happy Monday. Let's see. There we go. All right, so we are on January 11th. So we're doing pretty good here in the year. I am in a different location today, so enjoy the sound of the wind chimes. It's quite breezy out, so hopefully you can hear me. So I kind of want to address a couple things. We'll do an energy update, and then I'll also do a healing and integration kind of alignment for what we're moving through, the rest of this month, helping us anchor in to where our highest self wants to be during this time. This has echoes of some of the disruption of 2020 with good reason. And so I just want to touch on that today as we dig in. First, I want to clear the space, set the intention here. So I'm going to use my right hand to direct, and I'm going to use my Lemurian crystal to help work with me to clear, bathe, bless, purify, harmonize, and divinitize this space, this communication, the platforms that this video will go on, all of you who are witnessing, watching, participating either in this now or in a future now. Harmonizing with your highest light and frequency, calling in the mind, heart-brain coherence, communication, almost synchronizing the heart and the brain together, and then anchoring that down into Mother Earth, syncing up with the heartbeat of Gaia as we begin to find stability and security within ourselves during the shifting sands of the times that we're in. So I am just talking about bigger picture here, and then that, interestingly enough, applies, going down from the macro to the microcosm here. Okay, and so just holding space and intention for the highest light, highest communication, and I'm speaking from the heart, from my heart space to yours, and so I encourage you to soften, open up the heart, and listen with this divine portal within you that is activating within so many of us. And let me just move right into it. So there's a lot of aspects within our body technology, like how I like to say, how I see it, that are beginning to come online or have the ability to plug back in. Some say activate, it just kind of depends on where you're standing, but it's really like a plugging back in or a remembering of an ability. And with those abilities coming back on and these new frequencies coming in, it's inevitable that destruction happens. I mean, this has been a theme from, last year and before. We just know the death and rebirth cycle of creation. And so what we're witnessing around us is just one of those, another layer of it. And for many people who have been working on the kind of, some say the front lines, the light workers, the star seeds, the people who are holding a certain vision and frequency for where we're as a collective moving forward into as a world. Last year we were kind of face to face with some of those constructs, the darker energies that were holding a certain worldview and way of being in place, and many of us kind of went down into the underbelly to begin to break up and to dismantle, because that was in divine alignment for our service work, breaking it up so then those bigger structures couldn't remain intact. And from where I stand, what I see now is that coming to the surface. So it's almost like if you look at it as a body, we were down in the guts, deep in the organs, and now it's coming out through the skin. And that is where the collective is seeing a lot of the upheaval and the shifting and everything's up in the air. And I encourage you in all of this just to step back and take a breath. It's going to be okay. There will be dismantling, but continue to focus on what you want to create. So if you want to be aware of some of the stuff that's happening in the 3D reality, that's fine, but I encourage you to make it short. And then to come back to yourself and align with source, align with your truth, and get centered, because there's so much out there, disinformation or incongruency or distortion. The best thing to rely on at this point is within yourself, and that frequency of truth that resonates for you. Okay, so I want to go over a few things that I witnessed last week for clients. For me, the 6th through the 9th last week, so that was like Wednesday to Saturday, were kind of trippy, interesting days. I wasn't fully coherent, and I just had some interesting things surfacing. And typically my field of awareness is around 3 days before something is happening. It kind of felt like a portal, and so you might notice, the past, 10th, 9th or 10th through the 12th or 13th might be interesting days for you, might feel a little surreal or tired, overwhelmed. You just might feel things coming to the surface. Just letting you know kind of what I've been experiencing here. I just think there's a shift here. I know there's a lot of astrology that's quite intense for this month, but I'm not aware of anything for these particular days. I think there's a full moon, a new moon, coming up on the 13th. But the things that I want to discuss were clearing the queue, clearing the backlog of information. What I saw in clients last week was all the things that they've been wanting to work on, like the thing that has been behind them, that has been just the reason that brought them to work with me. It seems to have stepped forward to be witnessed and to be healed. So a lot of people might be feeling the old out of present time storylines, and the central wound or point of pain for them coming to the surface now. And it's not without an intelligent design, and it can be the thing that breaks you down, especially if you haven't done some internal work or are not in the process of getting that support. It can be quite challenging. But for those who have been kind of stepping into or have been guided to get the support, this is a time of epiphany and really revelation. And just trying to pull my words together here. So it's been quite transformative and otherworldly when the epiphany comes, because it's really just a person's soul leveling up, finding their next layer, finding their next level of experience, let's say. Okay, and then yeah, so I pretty much have covered everything I want to talk about. So the light workers really were doing the deep underbelly work last year, and now it's coming to the collective, and now we're being asked to hold the line, everyone. Anchor in your pillar of light. Breathe it up into your body from Mother Earth, and exhale, send it down. Inhale your light up into your body, synchronize it with your heart, and then exhale, send it up to source. Send it up to your connection, your direct line with creation. And inhale it back into your body and create this solid, expansive, luminescent beam, column of light that is you. Breathing it up and down, and as you do this, you anchor in more and more of a frequency that will help to overwrite and override the storylines that you see coming up in your particular reality. We have to be careful not to take responsibility for things. What's the best way to say this? So there's a lot of stuff that will be projected out into our realities, but that doesn't mean that is the thing that's right in front of you. So there's a teacher named Matt Kahn. I like to send people to him. He just has such a great heart-centered way of approaching things, but he really talks about how whatever arises right in front of you, love that. So if you have something arising directly in your field and you feel the resonance, like this is mine, this is something I need to work through, lean into it, own it. But to go out and kind of spread yourself really thin over the issues that are occurring and rising to the surface, you might deplete yourself rather quickly, and then that will kind of knock you out of service for a little while because you'll need to be in recovery. And so the more centered you can be in addressing those things that are right in front of you, we're in it for a marathon. This is not a race here. We're here to show up consistently. So I hope that this speaks to you on some level, encouraging you to stay centered within your being and giving you 100% permission to be guided by what you need in the moment by moment, and not to be swayed by other energies, coercive energies, very direct energies, however they show up in your reality. Own your truth, own your light, know your power, and live it. Do not apologize. Y'all, this is coming through here. Like, this is, there was a time last year that I was called to really own your truth and own your light. Brothers and sisters, like, it's time to really anchor in what is needed in this world. And don't compromise, don't back down. I'm not talking about being aggressive and fighting. I'm talking about running your energy and not apologizing. That unworthy story has to go. The not enough has to go. Giving your power away, the guilt, the shame, the fear, it needs to go now. And as this is coming through, I feel it for myself, just as a representative, and then, for whomever participates, now or at a future time as well. Okay, so on the coattails of that, I think there were some other things that wanted to come in, but they will when they're ready. I'd like to move into a healing here and provide a place of solace and centeredness that you can return to at any time. This is always available, no matter what's going on around you. This is always available because we're going to be tapping into that quantum 0-point field. Okay, so rub your hands together. Calling your light, calling your life force into your body. Clap them a couple times. Let's clear space. Bring your hands to your heart. Breathe it in. Hold it. We're going to ask for the divine activation of your heart center, the divine remembrance of your DNA intelligence in the heart center in the body. Hold it, pulse it here. Feel the tingling of your hands. Exhale, send it down through your feet. This electric, luminescent frequency. Inhale into your heart space. And I'm just watching it light up the nerves, the nervous system here. Clearing out any distortion in the lower energy centers. Exhale, send it down through your feet. And we're going to give anything back. We're returning anything that is not of highest light, highest service for you in this now, returning it to the source of its origin, transmuting it completely, and healing to completion now. Commanding it, owning it. Inhale into your heart, into your third eye, in your brain. Roll your eyes in and up to activate the optic nerves, to stimulate the pineal gland, the pituitary gland, center of the head, calling in divine wisdom here, vision, pulsing it, feeling a figure 8, an infinity loop from the heart to the brain and back, clearing these channels out, collecting it, especially at the throat. Ooh. Send it down all the way to the core of Gaia, core of Mother Earth. Inhaling up from the earth and synchronizing. Coming to this meeting point here, there's a healing circle. There's a big gemstone in the middle. It looks like it's blue, kind of glowing. Any and all who would like to align with their highest truth, highest health, abundance, that new earth frequency, to release what no longer serves, all are welcome. And stepping forward into the circle. And joining with all, in all dimensions, time and space, all who are ready to connect into this next layer. And there's a lot of throat, and actually I pulled a couple cards before, and it was about communication and the throat chakra, so this is kind of appropriate. I feel a lot of like almost metallic energy moving from the throat, and this affects the heart and the brain coherence, the ability to communicate your truth, your creative expression, freeing from all enslavements, all dimensions, time and space. The cows in the distance are supporting this as well, if you can hear them. Got Mother Nature, the animal kingdom, all helping out here. So stepping into this circle, and hold, if you like, you can reach out and hold your hand to your brothers and sisters of light, because we're gathering here together to form a connection. We can do so much more together than individually. Yes, you are a powerful, sovereign being of light, direct expression of source. But when we gather together, we remember in greater wholeness our totality. And we can elicit an even more defined shift and change in our 3D environment. There's so much activity here as this is happening. And so I would like for you to pulse your heart, and in this circle we're pulsing the heart, and it's like flowing out your arms through the person, the soul next to you, and we're creating this unit of a unified beating heart here. And we're just asking for these higher like families of light who are coming in, and they're helping to support this activation here. It's not a great word. Just feel in your body. We are so much more than we've been made out to be. And you are so much more than you can even comprehend. And now we're just going to release all the bullshit. I know I have a way with words. Release all the stuff, all the distortion, all the gunk, all the tar that is not in alignment, that is not in support of your true being and essence in this now. And we're also doing that for the collective. You know, there's stuff we're doing for the collective as well. Heavenly Father, Heavenly Mother, be with us now as we transmute this distortion. Anchoring deeper into the core of the earth. Okay. Still a lot in the throat. A lot in the throat. I just have a star being who's in front of me now. I have two more on the left and right. Okay, just supporting this because all of you who are here now, or all of you who are part of this, it's outside of time and space, whether we're showing up in this now or a future now, doesn't matter. Your team is here. We're all part of a similar team here. We're all holding a certain frequency together. This is teamwork here. I've got so many goosebumps right now. And clearing quite a bit of that staticky distortion here from the collective field. We're doing our piece, you know. This is our department to do the work in. And so feel it transmuting. I feel it like effervescence bubbling up through the legs, through the body, out the arms, through the top of the head, and it's going back. It's going like straight up. And there's actually some kind of technology that's helping to transmute some of this. So I think it's like an in-between from here, the 3D situation, to source. There's something that our higher intelligence in between is helping to move out some of the unhelpful technology yeah, in our reality. And we're just gonna do, like, if those of you that were around for Care Bears, 1980s-ish, the little bears that would beam out of their bellies, we're gonna do that from the bellies, but also the heart. That's what we're being asked to be, Care Bears of the heart. So to beam out your unique frequency, and each of those bears had a different kind of picture. Some had like a rainbow or a tree or a clover. They all had their own unique offering. Do that from your heart. I mean, it's on. It's go time, you know? I mean, it's always go time, but like this is just, we're gonna lock down a little bit more here. And so I'm calling in by talking about this, like this part of your brain where some of this has been buried, this part of your knowing, part of your DNA. DNA light up, DNA activate, and highest service and highest alignment. Okay, and so now I just see a river flowing down, like it's beautiful, like I can't make it pretty, but like flowing down, and it's a pink color, kind of like this beautiful, this is like an angel aura, rose quartz, flowing down through your physical vessel. So again, take note of what you're feeling, sensing, noticing in your body vehicle, in your energy fields, in your emotional bodies. And let's do a little work around the emotional bodies and supporting them, because it's so easy to get caught up in the riptide and the current. we need that softness, this pink, for this particular the emotional body right now. A lot of compassion. And then, so we have the softness with the emotional body, and then we have that more kind of directive, powerful energy and the intention with the, when we call in our light, we call in our pillar of light, and not apologizing, not like shirking back, really stepping up and opening the heart. This is where we open up into our power, like, ah. So we have some softness going on, but we're also anchoring in with a tremendous amount of wisdom power. Okay. And so I just hear the activation is complete. And forgive the word activation, the process is complete for the now. And each of you are putting something into the center stone, and then receiving something back, like a, what's the word, talisman? A gift, a symbol. And I just want to thank each and every one of you. So I'm kind of standing in the circle and going around and thanking each and every one of you for being here, for representing our soul department that we're working for and through. Okay. And I'm just going to begin to, you can bring your hands back to yourself. We're still in the circle here, but then you can begin to step back, finding a little distance, taking some breaths in. You know what's so funny too? Taking some, breathe, come back into your body. Feel your fingers, feel your toes. Breathe into your room. Y'all, the energy around here. So we were building in that healing. So much was going on. I'm like, I can't concentrate. And then it's quiet now. Oh. Yeah, and the star beings are still here. These you can call them guides. This is just how I'm seeing they're like the people, the managers of the department, I guess, that we're working for. They're here, observing, loving, compassion here. Gratitude. Because each of you, no matter if you realize it or not, but just by showing up here, you're anchoring this in. You're doing your work. Follow the call of the heart. Okay. Closing down with gratitude for what is, so be it. All right, I'm going to step back, return any energy back to you, that's rightfully yours. Clear, bathed, blessed, purified, harmonized, and divinitized. Receiving my energy back, clear, bathed, blessed, purified, harmonized, and divinitized in highest alignment within divine will. All right, so I just want to open it up. Do you have any questions? Anything you want to share? The floor is yours. And while I wait to see if there's any questions, I just want to show you the two cards that came up for today. So communication, co-creation was one, and then the other was the throat chakra, express your inner truth. So I'm not going to read anything about them. I just want the message to be there. And I know the cows. I hope you could hear me over the cows. The dog was barking. There's a tractor coming in. Good Lord. Anyway, thank y'all for being here. Thank you all for, hello! We are just winding up here, but thank you so much for showing up. I will be posting this replay in probably a few minutes, and hopefully you get some giggles and you feel the power of what just transpired, because that was that was really cool. That was really cool. It's so special to share this with you all. Anyway, I hope each of you have a blessed day, blessed rest of the week. Feel free to direct message me with any questions. Also, I'll be holding a group healing with Melanie Shear this Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern. So feel free to check that out in my bio. Just go to my bio And also I have one-on-one sessions as well if you're looking for more internal or more one-on-one kind of work together. Anyway, I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will be back here next Monday. Until then, be well.